Oh, welcome back everyone to the next of our indie gaming adventures as we take a stop at Dungeon Reels Tactics, and a stop that has been a very long time in the making. As all know who've been keeping up with the channel, I've recently moved to Australia, blew up a CPU and had to get a new computer, and well, with a new computer means a lot of reinstalling, re-downloading, getting everything back to where we were. And in doing so, I actually came across a list of games that I had already checked out over on Twitch, but as is ever the case, thanks to brand new releases, just ended up getting lost in the pile. And that doesn't quite sit right with me. And as such, here we are. And so what better place to start than with a nice and simple turn-based strategy roguelite. Coming to us from the publisher and developer, Grandma's Basement Games. Now I will note that this is actually linked into Dungeon Reels, a iOS and Android game. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to check out, because I don't have an Android phone anymore, whether or not that game's still available, so comment down below if you know. But over here in Australia, checking on the App Store, I wasn't able to find Dungeon Reel. And honestly, taking a look over at their website, they refer to Dungeon Reels Tactics as coming soon. Now you may be asking, why am I telling you all this? Well, it is because I am an archaeologist and have a fascination with all things that are extinct. And if this is extinct, then huzzah, let us engage in a little digital archaeology. Just, you know, without context sheets, Harris matrices, and bloody Munsell charts. Oh my days. Seriously, if you want to drive an archaeologist insane, just tell them that all soil is brown. You are in for a lecture. Or better yet, ask them the difference between a brownie orange and an orangey brown. Oh, good times. But with that little trip down memory lane, let us start off a brand new game of this heavily RNG-based title, using scratch cards to decide what characters we get, and roulette wheels to decide what moves we have available. So without further ado, game on. And welcome into our very first dungeon. Plenty of paths to choose and a whole lot of nodes from which we have to gain 5 keys. Over here we have Relic, Boss, Shop, Encounter, and Fate. Fate one's a nasty one. You have to sacrifice people for this, but I do love the Relic. I swear, archaeology is just coming through in this video. But basically what it does is when you're carrying it, you get a +2 to all of your character's stats, which is just awesome. Any RPG mechanic is always a good thing. But fingers crossed we can gain some of those keys on our first run. We will be able to go back at this map, at least so long as we have paths to take. Once you've moved through a path, that path will disappear, so there is a little bit of a limit, but paws crossed, looks be with us. Let's go and see who we'll be playing with. Now I am going to do this for the first one and use our glorious little digital coin to scratch away here. Oh my days. Alright, momentary lapse of sanity. Down in the bottom right, we can see all the characters available on this scratch card. How did we pull all warriors? Okay, who did we get and what are we going to be losing with? We have the Void Speaker, we have Blood Driven, and the Warrior. Classic. Well, the move list is here. You can see we've got some forms of attack, some forms of defense. It's always good to add some shields in this game because those shields are persistent. Moving between nodes, if you can use the last turn just to build up as much shield as possible, always do it. But as well as those, we also have our jackpots. And when we're running our roulette wheel, 3 of a kind, fingers crossed, and we get quite a few of those. I think out of these guys, I mean, the massive damage from the Void one, but yeah, go on, go big or go home. Let's use Void. I was going to go Warrior and play it safe, but yeah, I'm probably not going to get past the first node anyway. And I just know, having shown off that scratch mechanic, I'm going to hit auto scratch henceforth. And hello, what did we get? We have the Branded, a pretty darn good burner, particularly as we've got 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, 3 of a kind, and a 1, whereas most have 3, 3, 2, and 2. So that's actually very good luck on them. However, I just love the gnomes, right? I get it's supposed to be wizard, warrior, and rogue. Rogue, I know what I'm talking about. But they just look like gnomes to me. Look at that beard. Marvelous. Let's go off to the garden, shall we? This is the Gem Seeker. I particularly like this group because they have a special ability. If I look down, when you have 5 counters, trigger your jackpot ability. Jackpot ability isn't amazing, but we were going to be able to set that off quite a bit. Right, our crew is done. The party is in. Right, folks, which way do we go? We want to check out as many of these as we can before I absolutely fluff it. I think we'll go this way. We even get a mystery. What shall it be? What shall it be? A glorious story. Two companions enter a tavern in Slotshire. The dark prophecy says the great evil must be destroyed to allow the ascension of the mega evil. Yep. Some weird creature from the woods stole my family jewels. I saw it run off to the great evil citadel. Hey, look, a flyer. It's a quest to kill the great evil. Who's that? I don't know. But it comes with a map and the wait, I thought you knew who the great evil was. You just said they stole from you. Right? Alright, let's do it. Lead the way, fellow adventurers. So it's not the best written thing on earth, but I'll tell you what, it's pretty tongue-in-cheek and every character has their own series of lines. So it is worth going through that a few times. But I will note you can skip if you want to, which I usually do. Don't hate me. But welcome in to the beginnings of our battle. A tiny little, I wanted to say star then, but it's not really a star. It's like an invader. Pew pew. Either way, we can move around with WASD, Q and E to spin, and I highly recommend you do use the keyboard to do that, because if you're using your mouth, If you're using your mouse, there is no way to undo anything, and I have really shot myself in the foot quite a bit in this game. Starting off with a Void Speaker, what do we have? Void Volley, Void Armor, Void Volley. Now, unfortunately, these moves do give us a dud. A dud will add into our roulette wheel, and it just does nothing. But what should we do? Let's go off with our Void Volley. Let's just try and cause some damage. We want to take out this Cyclops. Oh, and before I forget, a little bit of a challenge. We have, what? Grey, pink, green, and brown. The challenge is, can you tell me what they are by looking? So I managed to get 2 out of 4 on this one. We have the drone. No idea. The Cyclops, the mighty one-eyed, and a tortoise. How? And last of all, our mighty rat. Yeah, if you're into very high-tech graphics, this probably ain't for you, but it's based off a phone game, so I can't hold too much against them. And I tell you what, the characters are interesting. The battle works. It actually synergizes up with all these abilities. What more do you need? It's a turn-based strategy. Rock and roll. But we really should get on causing some damage. Let's wipe them out, and thank you very much. We've got ourselves a soul shard already. From this, we will be able to recruit a new character, though we only need 6 to begin with. That's going to be going up each time, and I have no movement left to actually pick it up. Darn yous. I say that as it's not too bad right now, but if that happens right at the end, it does just disappear. It doesn't automatically enter your inventory. Actually really annoying. So let's grab that first off and start getting close to those tortoises? Tortoisei. Tortai. I'm gonna call them Tortai. That actually sounds really cool. Like a character from D&D. But enough of that, Bear. We need to be beating up drones. And I don't think we're gonna have range to hit the Tortai after. Damn it. I can't. I could have got 3. We could have got 3 in our gems. Oh, this is just not gone according to plan. Darn you, RNGbus. Good God, the Tortai are coming. Are they angry that I renamed them? That was a lot of duds. Oh, Void Volley, you are mean. You are very mean. And we can't get around, we can't get closer to anything, so I just guess everything. Oh, but the range is good. Everything on the rat. Give me a blast. Smash them, move a little closer, rocked and or rolled. I have a sneaking suspicion we're going to somehow get through this whole thing without actually seeing a natural jackpot. We'll still see a jackpot, I promise you that, because we've got the party jackpot meter. This will gradually build up over time, and eventually we'll get to choose when to set it off, but we'll have a guaranteed jackpot at least. But saying that, I guess the luck came through. We just got 3 blooming gold. Rock and roll. Oh, you tasty little morsel. And of course, having those RPG elements, let's level up. Our character stats are nice and simple. We have strength, increasing our damage, defense, increasing our defense, shields, I know what I was talking about. Reach, the ability to hit the enemy, and speed, how much we can move in a single turn. Let's chuck this. I'm gonna chuck it onto reach. I really want to be able to hitting these void volleys as far as possible. And our gem speaker, I kind of think our gem user, we should do the same. Yeah, if we just go for all range and try and hit them as far away as possible, just totally outdo the enemy that way. Rock and roll. That'll be the way we do this. As we move on toward the mystery. Oh god, it's a Hands of Fate. This is way too early, and we're about to hit another Hands of Fate. That is just unfortunate. Right, well, what cards will be dealt? Because this is random every time. Target practice, lose 2 gold, random character gains 1 reach. Leave the weak. Don't leave the weak, that's just mean. And it's only for 1, oh, that's terrible. Character in next combat gains 2 movement for 2 turns, but it costs 8 health. That is horrendous. You can lose 1 speed and character gains 2 speed. That actually sounds pretty darn good. Actually, the odds would be pretty awesome if it took from the same character. Dud Gamble, character in the next gains 2/2, but we gain 4 gold. Now that's not bad. 2 duds for 2 turns for 4 gold. Too bad we can only hold another 3. Or the Fate Key. In order to gain this, we have to sacrifice a member, but we do unlock the key, which we will need to take on the mini-boss at the end. You know what? From this, so we're about to hit another Fate. I might go with the transfer speed. Who do we want to lose? Okay, we lost it from the Void, and we shall give it to the Seeker. Although in hindsight, actually giving it back to the Void would have been a pretty good idea, because that would have gone up to +1. You know what? Bears are made for smart ideas, but they're not made for doing smart things. There's a very big difference. Let's brace ourselves for the second Hands of Fate. Oh, we should have took the money. We could have hired an extra mercenary. Darn you. Sacrificial Strength. Oh, that's way too much. Voodoo Strength. Nope. Weakened Souls. Very, very tempting. I think we are going to go for that. Characters in the next encounter gain decrease in strength by 2 for 2 turns. That'll come up over here. Party next combat, even over on the green status. Gain 4 soul shards. We're up to 5 now. 1 more and we're good to go. To the shop, lizard. Yeah, I'm sure this is entirely me, but that looks so much like a lizard. It just looks like a lizard. Like, look, you come all the way down to the tail, all the way back around. There's the foot, there's the eye, and that's something in its mouth. It's like got a bowl in its mouth. Is that from Dragon Quest? I have no idea. Well, we can't afford the shop key, though we do need this eventually. Could get a power amplifier. No, we can't. All of that is massively too much for us. We could get reward keys for 2. I'm going to take recruitment. Come on, Lucky. Oh, for pity's sake. What do we get? The Witch, a buff class, essentially. Well, debuff class. Weakening the enemy, applying bleed to them. We have the Warrior. Still a nice increase there. Shield charge plus. Or we go for the Detonator. Yeah, I'm going for gnomes. We're just going to go all gnome glory in this. And Void, we're going to sacrifice you. Sorry, Void. You have 1 encounter to prove yourself worthy. Watch them just show into old duds. And hopefully get us a tasty little jackpot. Void Blast, Void Volley, and Void Blast. I suppose, really. Ooh, over these blasts. massive damage, but bringing in those duds is just not cushy. Right, all in, let us run towards the foe, the mighty warrior. Like that. And there we have it, our first jackpot. Each character's jackpot will do something slightly different. I do think they weaken the gnomes just because they hit jackpots way more often. But tell you what, still worth it. Actually, I think... Oh, it's only +1. I was going to say, I think we'll get an extra jackpot off that. Oh, well, we'll take what we can. Let's beat up. We might be able to take out 2 of them with this. Ooh, not quite. We'll be able to knock out 1. We'll get ready for next turn. Next turn, we'll get an additional jackpot. Might be able to end this nice and quickly. Right, Detonator. Detonator works by applying the effect to the target. Detonator Charge does 15 damage when you get up to 5, but individually their moves aren't that amazing. Good thing is they do AoEs. Kind of a waste, but I guess we are actually going to have to use a charge on them. Those 2 are going to bunch up down here. So let's let them move in, and we'll just do damage on this guy for now. Big boom. Hello, that came out of nowhere. Can we? Yes, get a cheeky little hit over there. Sorry, Raticus. Go meet your friend. Hang by the grunt. Perfect. Oh, that's perfect. The blast damage will eventually knock both of them out. We say right before we get all those duds. Ooh, that was nasty. Go on, let's just start shredding them and grab this soul shards. We're now 6 for 6. We can recruit a new character. We're only on like... Oh no, we're quite a bit in. We're only on the 2nd encounter, but we're on the 4th... Yeah, the 4th node. Yeah, I'll still take 4. Win's a win. Strike them, my good gem friend. And let's set off. Let's set off our jackpot. The rat's still alive, right? Oh, thank God the rat's still alive. I don't want to lose that soul shard. Detonator, come my friend. Detonator, finish this off. Even though we're at 6 out of 6, we actually, it won't make a difference. You don't go up to 7, but it's the principle, okay? It's the principle that matters. Hello, a tasty little axe. We're going to lose a speed, but we're going to gain heavy blade. I'm going to give that to the Gem Seeker. So we're at +1, but a lovely +2 on strength. And thankfully, since we now have an extra party member, I forgot to say, we actually have more gold we can keep. This will go up 3 for every character, and eventually we'll actually be able to get something decent with it. Well, since we're going to be giving up... Since we're going to be giving up our Void Friend, I'm just going to stick that in speed to get rid of the negative. But I will use our next point to improve one of our abilities. What should we improve? I think we're actually going to improve this. Let's go ahead and improve our jackpot, doing the same damage, but now do 11 random targets. I really hope I never go in a game against 11 different people, because as you've seen, it takes a little bit for the enemy to use their moves, and the more and more enemies on screen, the longer and longer that's going to take. Oh, the bane of turn-based strategies. Like, I can admit, I'm an absolute adorer of turn-based strategy series, but looking at something like Fields of Glory, when you have an entire army to move, you can more or less go and make a cup of coffee while you're waiting for them to finish, and actually saying that I think that might be why I like it. It's like a little break, naturally embedded into the game. But we have the lucky. Should know we have Warrior and Protector. Once more, we've had such bad draws. But the Lucky is in, and they have improvements to Claw. That's not quite the one I wanted, but I will still take it. Heck yes. Mate, we have triple gnome destruction. If we can get one more gnome, I'm one happy bear. And perfect timing as we move up towards a campfire. Now, we could choose to heal, or we can increase the max HP. I'm gonna go for max HP. Now, both of them work the same way. You'll have 3 hearts, each of which doing slightly less each time. I think it is 35, 25, 15% increase. I might be a little bit out. Either way, you'll be healing up by a small amount to a smaller and smaller percentage, whereas we're gonna have 5 health increase on the Lucky, 3 for our friend in the back, and 2 for the detonator. Void, I'm sorry, you have, forgive the pun, fallen into the void. Let's see our fates. Ooh, we can lose 1 defense, but we could gain 50% of health. Actually, that would be a pretty good one to do. 16 for gold. Maybe not. Character gains 1 reach, not so great. Or we could sacrifice. Ooh, what do we want to do? Do we want to heal? Nah. Let's go for fates. I mean, they had a pretty good run. We could go for a secondary fate, but I think getting that fate key, I think we're sorted. Farewell, the Void Speaker. Was it tight? Didn't see it coming, died from not blocking. Yep. Oh, we only get 2? Thought they were invincible. Guess not. But upon that note, it's about time that we wrap things up. So this has been Dungeon Reels Tactics. Hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, as always, peace out. Right, having them built everything, let's find out if foxes are... No, they're not. They're not good at this at all, are they?